Hello children, I welcome you back to the part 2 of our story, The Eyes Are Not Here. You remember that beautiful couple, the boy and the girl we saw going at the train from Rohana to Saharanpur to Dehradun to Mussoorie. Now we had these two people who did not know that each one was blind. The boy did not know the girl was blind, the girl did not know the boy was blind. So at this point, what happens? Let's see. Now boy is trying to have a conversation with the girl. What happens next? Let's find out. She laughed pleasantly. A clear ringing laugh. Now why was it a clear ringing laugh? Because the blind man could only hear her when he said that she has a very interesting face, correct? It's nice to be told I have an interesting face. I'm tired of people telling me that I have a pretty face. Now everyone used to tell her pretty because they could see her. But this boy could not see her, so he said by his imagination that she has an interesting face. Oh, so you do have a pretty face though. And aloud I said, well, an interesting face can also be pretty. Oh, that means you have a pretty face. That's what I thought too. But an interesting face can also be pretty, isn't it? You are a very gallant young man, she said. But why are you so serious? What is gallant here? Gallant is brave. You seem to be a very brave person. But then, why are you so serious? She actually felt that he was serious and he was not laughing. I thought then that I would try to laugh for her, but the thought of laughter only made me feel troubled and lonely. After he had lost his eyesight, he had suddenly started feeling lonely, correct? So he actually wanted to laugh and make her realize that he can laugh too, but he did not. He thought that it will make him feel lonely again. We will be at your station, I said. He said, now we are just going to reach your station. Thank goodness it's a short journey. I can't bear to sit in a train for more than 2 or 3 hours. She doesn't like to sit in a train for more hours. So she said, thank God that we have reached. Thank goodness is an expression used in conversation to express relief. Thank goodness my exams are done. Thank goodness now I can eat. That means a sign of relief. You are like, okay, I'm done with it. So she said, thank goodness we are at the station. Yet, I was prepared to sit there for almost any length of time just to listen to her talking. Now the girl wanted to leave, but the boy did not want to leave. He said, I can sit and listen to her for so many long hours. Her voice had the sparkle of a mountain stream. Have you seen a mountain stream? The stream of water coming down the mountain. It's so nice and so beautiful. So he also liked talking to her. So he was like, I can talk to her for as many hours. As soon as she left the train, she would forget our brief encounter. But the girl, as soon as she got down, she would forget. What is a brief encounter? A very short period of time meeting. But it would stay with me for the rest of the journey and for some time after. He said the girl might forget, but I will never forget. This incident is going to be in my heart for some more time. The engine's whistle shrieked, means screamed. The carriage wheels changed their sound and rhythm. They go slow to fast, correct? So he could only hear. He could hear the whistle shrieking. He could hear the wheels going faster. Okay, I'm telling you to imagine how a blind man feels. How does he recognize things around him? The girl got up and began to collect her things. I wonder if she wore her hair in a bun, or it was plaited, or if it hung loose over her shoulders, or if it was cut very short. Now see how he is describing her hair. He is actually imagining how the girl would be. Now how do you imagine her? You imagine her hair. Was it tied up in a bun? Maybe. Was it pleated? Maybe. Was it cut short? He is imagining the girl in different hairstyles. Or was it like me? on her shoulders, left on the shoulders. So he is imagining what the girl would look like. The train drew slowly into the station. Outside there was the shouting of porters and vendors and a high-pitched female voice near the carriage door, which must have belonged to the girl's aunt. Again, an entire description of how a blind man would see the world. How did he know the station has come? What could he hear? He could hear first shouting of porters, coolie, okay, and vendors, chai wala, samosa wala. All of them, he could hear all of them, and a high-pitched female. Then he heard a female voice which was really loud, and what he had the picture of an aunt? A loud volume, powerful aunt. So that is definitely her aunt. Goodbye, said the girl. She was standing very close to me, so close that the perfume from her hair was tantalizing. Now another feature of a blind man. Yes, he can hear everything around. He can also smell. So the girl had put a perfume which was tantalizing, which means making him desire her presence all the more. That means you want to be with that person all the more. That perfume is so nice that you want to be with her for some more time. So when she was leaving, she came close to her, close to him. So he actually smelled the perfume. He felt very happy and he wanted her to stay with him for some more time. I wanted to raise my hand and touch her hair, but she moved away and only the perfume still lingered where she had stood. He actually wanted to get up and touch her hair, but when he was just about to, she moved away. So what did he do? He wanted to touch her hair, but she moved away. What remained? The perfume smell still remained there. You may break, you may shatter the vase if you will. You may break. Now this is a metaphor. This is a figure of speech. Here is metaphor. They have compared, okay? But the scent of the roses will linger there still. The girl is you may break. You may shatter the vase. That means the leaving of the girl. It is shattered. She has gone. Scent of the roses will linger. What that means? The perfume of hers is still there, will linger there still. Okay? So linger is stay for a while. The vase has shattered. It's all spoiled, but the perfume of the roses is still there. The scent of the girl is still there. There was some confusion in the doorway. A man getting into the compartment stammered an apology. Someone said thank you. There was some confusion he could hear. Then the door banged shut and the world was shut out again. He could hear something actually happened. One boy said sorry and then the door shut and the start of another journey. The world was shut. One world for him was shut. The girl had gone. Now another story begins. I returned to my berth. He went back to where he was sitting. The guard blew his whistle and we moved off. He could hear the whistle of the guard and they started moving. Once again, I had a game to play with a new fellow traveler. Now again, what is it for a blind man? To play a game everywhere he goes in every walk of his life. So he said, I don't know now who fellow traveler will come, and again I have to play the game of me not blind or blind. The train gathered speed. The wheels took up their song. The carriage groaned and shook. I found the window and sat in front of it. This is the description of how the train moved, what all happens when the train picks up speed. Staring into the daylight, that was darkness for me. He was actually looking out of the window. There was a little light hitting him, but actually it was complete darkness for him because he could not see anything. So many things happening outside the window. It could be a fascinating game, guessing what went on out there. The whole life of a blind man is a guessing game. He guesses now what has come, what has not come, by which voice, what is there. So it's a guessing game for him. The man who had entered the compartment broke into my reverie. A boy came into the compartment and he sat next to him. What is revere? It is the daydreaming. Now this blind boy was looking outside and imagining things, right? He was into his daydreaming. Who came in? A fellow traveler. A boy came in and he broke into his daydream. You must be so disappointed, he said. I'm sorry, I'm not as attractive as the traveling companion as the one who just left. Now he said, you must be sad that the girl left, right? I'm sorry that I'm not as beautiful as that girl. She was an interesting girl, I said. Can you tell me, did she keep her hair long or short? He is still worried about her hair. He still cared. He was still thinking about that girl. So what did he ask that fellow traveler? You saw her, right? She was very interesting. Can you tell me how her hair was? Was it long? Was it short? Was it tied as a bun or plaited or left hang loose? I don't remember, he said, sounding puzzled. It was her eyes, I noticed, not her hair. She had beautiful eyes, but they were of no use to her. She was completely blind. Didn't you notice? At this point, the boy gets to know that the girl was blind. What did the other traveler tell him? Hey, I didn't notice anything about her. Yes, her face was interesting, but more interesting were her eyes. She had beautiful eyes. But what is the use of beautiful eyes when you can't even use it? No use to her, correct? So now the blind boy gets to know that the girl was blind. Such a beautiful ending, right? We did not know till the end that the girl was blind, and poor boy, he did not know that she was, and he actually kept thinking that he should not tell her that he is blind too. A very simple story. Please remember this story as an incident that would have happened to you, and then you will remember more. Let's solve the question answers. Hiding his blindness was a dash for the narrator. Was it a challenge, a game? Child's play. Choose the correct answer. It was a game for the blind boy. They have used the word game a lot of times in the chapter. Question 9. The new fellow traveler had made out that the girl was blind. Did he make out that the girl was blind? True. Yes, he made out that the girl was blind because he could see the way she was walking, sitting. Question number 10. The story ends with a revelation, correct? What is it? What is the reveal here? The narrator had thought he was playing a game and trying to fool a normal sighted. The narrator did not know that the other person was blind, so he was playing a game throughout. He came to know that he was actually trying to fool a person blind like him. He also realized that even she had played a similar game with him, hiding her blindness. Both of them were trying to hide their own blindness. Question 11. The narrator and the girl reveal something about themselves through their words and actions. The adjectives listed in the box below describe the narrator and the girl. Put each word either under the narrator or the girl. Some qualities may be common also to both. How is who? Okay, these are the qualities. These are called adjectives. Adjectives describe about a person. So we need to divide these into boy and girl. Let's see. Now, the narrator, who is the boy, how was he? Clever, humorous, sentimental, curious, emotional, romantic, careful, pretentious, guilty and inquisitive. These are the qualities of the narrator. We have to just split the qualities and I have done that for you. The girl. How is the girl? Clever. So clever comes in both. Humorous comes in both. Suspicious, careful, intuitive and confident. Okay, so remember these qualities of the boy and the girl. So very easy chapter. Very few question answers. I am going to read the summary also for you to remember and understand the chapter well. A blind man was travelling all alone in a train compartment when at Rohana a girl got in. It was clear that her parents had come to see her off as they were giving her instructions as to what to do and what not to do. When the train left the platform, he asked her where she was going. She was startled on hearing his voice and that she had not noticed that anyone was there. She got a little shocked. The narrator decided that he would try his best not to make it appear that she was blind. Both started talking and the narrator spoke about Missouri. Then they discussed the scene outside the window. Listening to the girl talk to the narrator thought that her voice was like the sparkle of a mountain stream. When they reached Saharanpur, the girl said goodbye and went away, leaving a lingering perfume behind her. A man got in at that station. He spoke to the narrator and told him that he would not find him as interesting traveller companion as the girl who had just left. The narrator inquired of him whether she had long hair or short hair. The man replied that he had not noticed that. He only knew that she had beautiful eyes, but of what use as she was blind. He further asked the narrator if he hadn't noticed it. So, two blind people talking to each other. They don't even know that they are blind, right? So, such a beautiful story which comes to an end. So, we finished another chapter for you. The eyes are not here. I am trying my best to make you understand all the chapters in a very easy way. Okay, so anything else, please comment, please tell us what you would like. So I sign out here with another chapter. Kashish Chuk. I'll see you soon with another one. Bye-bye.